Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, look, I'm getting ready for dinner and I told you I was going to make an amazing salad for you this afternoon. So come with me today. I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful mixed tomato and labneh salad. Now, I have made my own labneh. All you need to do that is actually make your own yogurt and then strain it off. I didn't strain it for the full 24 hours, so mine is a little bit soft still, but it's just absolutely divine. If you are a cheese person who likes cheese, check out my cheese course, okay? Go over to thermixingadventures.com.au, you'll find it on the QR code, and go to courses and sign up to my cheese course and make amazing things like labneh and halloumi and feta and creme fraiche and cultured butter and so much more. But anyway, let's get on to the salad this afternoon. I've got some of it pre-prepped, but I'm going to actually, you know how I told you, let's always make the dressing first? Well, guess what? Not today. I looked ahead in the recipe and they actually make the dressing first, but you need a dry bowl because the first step in this recipe after that is then to dry roast some nuts and seeds. So if you've then had a sauce or a what's the word I'm after? It's not a sauce. It's going to come to me. A dressing, that's the word, a dressing. If you've made your dressing, then you need a clean, dry bowl to be able to make the sauce. So to make those dried nuts, oh my goodness, it's been a big day. Let's go down. I'm going to start with the nuts part. So there's the dressing. So it shows you how to make labneh, okay? Then it says make the dressing. We're not doing that. We're going to come down and start at the salad step. So first thing it asks for is 50 grams of unshelled, raw, unsalted pistachios. So in they go. I have pre-weighed things and it's going to lightly chop them for, let's have a look how long. 5 seconds on speed 5. Let's do that. Alright, so it's lightly chopped those. Now we're going to add some sesame seeds and sunflower seeds to that, and then we're going to roast them off. Now, if you've not tried dry roasting in your Thermomix, I would highly suggest you give it a go. It is just next level amazing. Typically, I do this with my onion. Oh, can you see it's been a big day? Indian recipes, not whatever I said, onion recipes. There's my 1 tablespoon. You can see I'm using black sunflower sesame seeds. Lisa, I think you just need to stop talking this afternoon. Do say hi if you're watching on today as well. Second video in the day. It's been a massive day, and as you can see, I can barely string sentences together. 2 teaspoons of sunflower seeds. You can see I'm reading the screen so I don't get it wrong. And now we put the lid back on after we put some salt in. It says salt flakes. I don't have salt flakes. I've just got ordinary salt. Hello, how are you? All right. I'm trying to see the camera. What's it say? Ilana, lovely to have you on today. All right, now let's keep going. Next, now we put the lid on top. It says to put the simmering basket on top. That's just that safety feature because we're using nice high heat here. It's actually not the high heat, but we're using a high heat aroma. So 5 minutes of aroma and turn speed selector to speed 1. So let's do that up to speed 1. And while that's happening, if you really were actually making your own yogurt, which I'd highly suggest making your own labneh, this would be a perfect time to be rolling that labneh into the balls so that they're ready to go later. Or it's the right time now to actually prep your salad. So into the bowl for your salad, you need some really simple ingredients. And you'll see the recipe will step you through this later, but I'm just going to show you now. So we've got spinach and/or rocket in the bottom. We've got cherry tomatoes and we've got sliced up onions. Now it does suggest to use green olives. I'm not going to today because half my family will eat them and half of them won't, so they can put them on their plate later. And it also says snow peas, and at the moment they're not seasonal, so I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to skip that out. So that's well worth spending this 5-minute bonus time to actually be prepping so that you don't have to spend time later doing the assembling. The other thing, and basil. Okay, some basil, which my children just brought in from the garden, and I think they could have picked a nicer bit. Do you think? It looks like it's sun-dried already. So I might have to pick a new bit of basil. The other thing you can be doing is getting ready for your ingredients for your beautiful dressing. So once these are roasted off, we're actually going to then make our dressing. They'll come out, they'll cool, and then they'll go into the salad. Now to kind of figure out what you need out, you can go up to your 3 dots on the screen, go to recipe details, scroll down, And then you can be getting out your dressing ingredients. So you're going to need a garlic clove, some whole grain mustard, some mixed herbs, a sweetener. I use rice malt, but honey or maple will do fine. Some vinegar, so it's apple cider vinegar, but of course use white vinegar. Whatever you've got, it's cutting through the saltiness, it's balancing the flavor with the sweet. So if you had to use, white vinegar or a rice wine vinegar, that's fine. Use a vinegar of your choosing. A little while ago, probably about 12 months ago now, I actually made homemade vinegar for you guys. I think I did videos on that, so you could even use your homemade vinegar as well. And then you just need some oil and some pepper. So that's going to be as simple as it is to make this dressing. I'm going to take this off and let you sneak peek. Look at that. It's smelling amazing. I can smell those beautiful pistachios already. That smell of that roastingness happening in here. So I'm very excited for that. It's beautiful. So I'm tempted to shortchange this step just to take you to the dressing because I'm mindful of the time. So I've got 2.5 minutes left. You can see it is at the aroma temperature already. It's right up to max aroma and it is cooking that off. I'll give it to the 2-minute mark and then I'm going to pause it. If you're cooking along at home, no pausing it. Go do something else and come back when it sings to you in 2 minutes time, okay? I'm just doing this because I'm mindful of time when I'm on with you guys. I do not want to use up your valuable time showing you how to make amazing recipes, and I don't want you to go anywhere while you wait for me to do it. So I'm just going to stop it here, let it open up, and I'm going to put that aside for later, and I will actually cook off the last 2 minutes later, okay? So put it aside to cool. It's easy. The reason you're not putting it on your salad already is it would actually be too hot for your salad, yeah? Okay, you can see that. You can even see, oh, it smells amazing. Oh my goodness, yum. I'm trying to pick the smell. I think it's the sunflower seeds. They're just absolutely divine. All right, next up. Place into a large bowl onto the mixing bowl lid then. What's it asking us to do? Weigh in our Roma tomato. So now it's that assembling step, but I said we were gonna make dressing, right? So let's go back to dressing. Sometimes I wish they asked us first about these recipes and which order we should do them in so that we didn't have to do things like washing up in between. I wish they'd just check with us first. So we don't need to make labneh. We've done that already. Down here we go. All right, first things first, 1 clove of garlic, in that goes. Next, 2 teaspoons of dried mixed herbs. And you can see I'm not worried. You guys probably can't see. There's a little bit of residue in there from the from that cook-off, and I'm not worried about that. Okay, 50 grams of honey. In this goes. Now rice malt I'm using, as I mentioned, whatever you'd usually use. That'll do. Next up. So what are we having for dinner tonight at your house? If you're watching on, what's on your menu tonight for dinner? Do share. I'd love to hear about it. 30 grams of whole grain mustard. Now, if you don't have whole grain mustard, you could use a Dijon. Okay, there's no reason why you couldn't. Yes, it will throw a slightly different flavor, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, so use what you've got. Would be my encouragement there. 1 to 2 pinches of salt to taste. And that goes. And then pinch of pepper. Maybe, yep, there it is. I was gonna say maybe I don't have it, but I do. And I actually had someone say to me the other day, I'm so glad you're using all your pepper up. And it made me laugh. Okay, 60 grams. Oh, those of you who've been around for a long time, you'll know that until we started doing lives, I didn't use pepper in any ingredient, any recipe that called for it. I skipped over it completely. And then someone said to me once on a live in the early days of like 2020, Lisa, you should put the pepper in, see what the difference is. And I've never looked back. It's been amazing. 120 grams of olive oil. Okay, this is amazing. This is going to be the bit that makes it creamy as it whips up. And then I think that's it. Let's put the lid on. Yeah, here we go. Let me show you how to make an amazing dressing in your Thermomix. This just makes it cafe style, next level, amazing. And for really what you've got in your pantry. 20 seconds, speed 8. Let me show this to you. Off it goes. you've made your dressing. How cool is that? Does it ask us to scrape? It does ask us to do it again. I don't think you need to. Look at that. I love how you can put oil in and it comes out like cream. Is that not amazing? That is just next level. I used to buy, before I had a Thermomix, I would buy these in squeezy bottles to make my salad taste more amazing. And in the Thermomix, you can make it yourself. You know exactly what's in it. How good is that? So it says another 20-second whip up. I don't think it needs that. But if you're trying to store this for the week ahead, because you're doing it for work or something like that, please do the double whip, because that will actually hold the emulsification where it's adding that oil and fat together for longer. It'll hold it more stable longer. Okay, doing a second whip. We're going to eat this for dinner in about half an hour, so I don't need to do that. Transfer dressing, and then put it in the refrigerator till ready to use. Okay, so we've actually now got all our components done for the salads. I'm just going to come up to recipe details again. I'm thinking by the end of this video, if you didn't know how to do recipe details, you will now be very confident in it. So it now says to put in a large bowl and mixing bowl lid, put your Roma tomatoes, your heirloom tomatoes, your not dates, what were they called? Olives. And then onion, okay, and then half of the reserved dressing. So here is our dressing. Half of this onto the salad. Oh, I didn't say onto the rocket leaves, did it? Oh well, too late. We've already done that. And then it tells you to toss it around with the spatula. So I'll grab my spatula, and then it tells you to put some more. Now it says to put the greens, but anyway, I had the greens in the bottom of mine. I actually need to chop some more greens. My kitties were very light on today at bringing them in with the poor basil that looks very sad. I think they picked the most dehydrated part of the lot. So I need to taste that, see what it tastes like. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a perfect fit for tomato and labneh. Oh wow, that'll be lovely. All right, so what does it say next? Add the greens, arrange the tomato and red onions on top, as is all together, drizzle with remaining dressing, and then add the labneh balls. Okay, so these go on. And then you literally then just put the beautiful pistachios on top. Now you guys know I need to cook mine off for 2 minutes longer, so I'm not gonna today add them on top right now, because I do not want them half cooked for the family. Okay, I actually ate a few raw pistachios beforehand, and if I hadn't eaten them, I probably would have just gone ahead and put them on slightly raw. But there's something special about them when they're dry roasted. They've got a real nice crunch to them. Look at the humidity here, guys. I'm just going to show you that. The humidity has made my labneh balls dissolve. Those bottom ones are starting to lose formation. My goodness. All right. So, but mind you guys, if you've not tried labneh balls, please do make it a priority to give them a go. They're just amazing, okay? So, there you go. There is the salad mostly done. So, you know, you at home, you would now be trickling it with your beautiful nuts, which I'm not going to do right now, and dressing it with the last amount of sauce over the top. But otherwise, guys, that's how you make this beautiful salad. Give it a go. When you do, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you think of this recipe. Please don't go buy labneh. It is far too expensive. Make it yourself. It is so incredibly simple to make yogurt in your Thermomix. If you don't know how to do that, I've got YouTubes available for that. So go check them out, because yogurt is such a cost saver when you've got a Thermomix. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching on today. I will be back tomorrow. I've got a few more recipes to get through from the downloadable before the end of this month, which is coming up really quickly. So I'll see you tomorrow for another video to inspire you to get more out of Thermomix. Reach out if I can help you in any way, and take care, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.